What's going on, people? What is going on? Happy freaking holidays. I hope everyone had a good day. If you're somebody that celebrates Christmas, I hope you had a good day yesterday, if you know what I mean. But with that being said, though, let's carry on where we left off. Now, when it comes to Nikki, of course, I've already uploaded the full version of this actual live stream where she's talking a whole lot of things. But I have now made a smaller version so I can react to and give you guys my opinions on exactly what Nikki had to say. So with that being said, just get cracker freaking lacking. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
All I can say is that if Justin was to leave me, he'll never find another woman like me ever again. That's like, why do that? You know, it wasn't bad enough he called me a trans porn star, just a porn star. I look like a trans porn star, and then calling me a sex machine, but yet you have sex friends. I just can't.
I love the level of confidence of her saying that, you know, he can't leave me. He wouldn't leave me. He wouldn't leave me. That'd be dumb as hell. And the best thing that ever happened to him. I mean, honestly, how do you say that and then follow up with, but he called me a trans porn star? Okay. Whatever makes sense to you, Nikki.
Yeah. And I mean, if I was to wake him up at 3 a.m. when he's in a deep, drunken sleep, trying to have sex with him, I'd probably be called a rapist, so. Just because I'm trans. It's just the double standards. It's just crazy. So yeah. I had some toxic people in my circle of friends that I got rid of. And when I did that, these people were just so obsessed with me that they wanted to destroy my life. So they did everything possible to do such things. And I didn't want his legal name to come out until papers were done filing, everything was processed. So I told him, I said, I think we should keep your name, the nickname I gave you a while back. And he was like, okay, whatever you think is best. And then I got backlash for that, for choosing his name, but it was just like a nickname. But we started using it a lot. The men out there who would be with me, that's really not true. It's so hard to find someone to genuinely love a trans person. It's really hard to find that.
All right, cool. So that little bit there may be true. Maybe it probably is true. It probably is hard for a trans person out there to find a genuine love connection, whatever, right? But if you know this, then why are you still with him? Because can she really sit there and truly say that Igor is truly in love with her? That he knows how to appreciate her and treat her well? Because from what we've seen, it's been far from the case. And even by the way she even talks about him in this video, it's far from the case that she believes that Justin actually loves her. The matter of fact is, though, Nikki has already kind of admitted that the only reason why she's with him is purely because he looked good and therefore it makes her look good. Because for her, it's like, well, if I'm a trans person and I've been able to bag myself a man that looks as good as him, well, then I guess that makes me look and feel more like a woman than ever. I don't know, but I'm just saying what she's saying is definitely hypocritical. Talk about, you know, it's hard to find a man that wants you, but yet you're gonna fight for a man who basically doesn't want you. Make that make sense.
And if they know you're trans, they want the girl with the penis, they want the pre-op girl, you know, for like sexual favors and treat them like a toy. And I've been down that path before my operation. That's not the life that I wanted. I wanted to have a normal life and be a woman. I mean, that's why I got my procedure done. And people will still, you know, throw my past in my face and, you know, say, oh, you're not a real woman. I never claimed to be. I never claimed to be. Women are women. Women are beautiful creatures that can give birth and have babies and all that. And I want that. I would want that. I wanted to have a baby. I even was looking to get like the procedure done, but it's not successful. So that's just something not in the cards for me.
I was trying to mute myself, it wouldn't bloody work. Button jam. It's crazy though, you know, I don't really know too much about the whole trans world, right? And I don't know too much about like this conversation that feels as if somehow apparently having a child was something that she was able to, what? I mean, am I hearing this correctly? Is she trying to tell me that apparently there was going to be a way that she could have had a procedure that would allow her to carry a child? Because that's kind of confusing me. Maybe I've misunderstood that, but can somebody please let me know? Because if you're telling me that now in life there's a possibility that somebody who was biologically born as a man can somehow have some procedure that can allow that person to be pregnant, just like a biological woman, that's a hard thing to process, you know what I mean? That is a very hard thing to process. I can't make sense out of that one. So let me know if I misunderstood what she said there. In fact, you know what? Let me just rewind it a little bit again. Let me just hit that again, because that one hit a bit different.
Babies and all that, and I want that. I would want that. I wanted to have a baby. I even was looking to get like the procedure done, but it's not successful. So
yes, what is this procedure? I really want to know what this procedure is. Is this procedure real? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to mock her, but what? I want to know about this procedure, right? What the hell? What are surgeons doing these days? So you can just make anyone get pregnant these days? What the hell is going on? I'm pretty sure if there's a way for men to get pregnant, right? I'm pretty sure more women would be out there trying to convince their man to get pregnant rather than them. You know what I mean? That can never be me though. Nah. I ain't getting pregnant for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we continue.
that's just something not in the cards for me. Igor is so full of himself. You know, no one knew who Igor was before I came into his life. Like, they knew him in his country, but I put him on the map. As soon as I put him on my social media, all over my page, for a year and a half, he, you know, people, I didn't even have anyone connecting to his social media just because I knew what would happen. I knew that there was going to be thirst buckets and girls messaging him, and it was going to be crazy, like he's getting now. And, yeah, he let fame get to him. So, that's crazy. I get lots of hit ups by guys, and I just say, honey, I'm engaged. Thank you for the compliment. You know, I don't feed into that. But
why would you reply to these guys who message you though? If they're messaging you in a way that implies they want something a bit more than just to be friendly or whatever, then why would you even message them? That's what I want to know. Make that make sense. If you're engaged, right, and you're loyal to your man, why are you even entertaining other people? Come on, I don't mess about.
some people love the attention, I guess. I don't know. I honestly do not know why Igor lied and said I don't cook and clean. The thing he was saying was that I don't do it in Moldova. I didn't do it in Moldova. Like, I didn't cook and clean at his house when I was a guest at his house. Now, if I have blown you all over, you've gone on vacations with me from Mexico to Spain to Turkey, got your nose done, I took care of you, helped you throughout this time frame, you can't cook and clean while I'm visiting you? Really? And you're bitching about that? But I told him, when you're come to America, I got you, boo. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'll be your housewife, all of it. So it's almost like 2007 all over again when he came the first time. I had to work, I had to cook, I had to clean, support him, all of it. No. My man can love a trans.
I mean, listen, if it's like 2007 again and you're telling me it's the same thing now, then why haven't you learnt your lesson? You see what I'm saying? This thing I hate. This thing I dislike about people like, you know, Nikki and the Danielles and whatnot. They speak so intelligent. They speak as if, you know, they're like superior at this level, or as if their common sense is like blah, 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 blah. But then when it comes down to it, you see what I'm saying? Like, make this make sense. Like, why would you still be in a situation with somebody, in a relationship, or engage with somebody that you knew that the first time treated you in a way that was like draining, or whatever the hell you're trying to make, or whatever point you're trying to make, and then still be with them again? Do you see what I'm saying? And then have the same result you had the first time. If the result was the same as the first time, then why are we here? Why are you here? And why are you complaining about it, most importantly? If it was like that before and you accepted it, and it's still like it now, and you're still accepting it because that's what you're doing. If you're still doing that, means you're accepting it. So don't complain about it. If you don't like it, get yourself out of the situation. Come on now.
It's going to be a roller coaster ride for you guys to watch. It's going to be a lot of downs.
And also, it's definitely a cultural thing. You know what I mean? You go to certain countries out here, you know, women are still expected to be the one to do everything. You know, well, they're the ones that are still expected to do the whole the old traditional housewife mentality, regardless of whose house you're in. You know what I mean? So she's obviously neglected the traditional thing, or I mean like the cultural thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that Igor's stance is correct. You know what I mean? Because I'll be damned if you're coming to my place. 100% I'm looking after you. You know what I mean? If I'm coming to your place, you're looking after me. Do you see what I'm saying? But you see, Nikki, the Lulu, crazy.
And some ups and downs and loop-de-loops, so I can't say how it's gonna end up. I see it as, okay, I'm a trans woman, and do I settle? Do I deal with it? Do I understand him? Do I understand where he's coming from? And I kind of like have an open mind. There's more to come in the episode, so you're gonna just see more stuff being dropped on me that you guys are gonna be like, so I can't say many times. Are you seeing somebody? Are you screwing anybody? Are you with anyone else but me? No. Just waited till the cameras were rolling, and then he told me. So that my response, my reaction was authentic. I know I'm always going to go through this, but I want to be positive because I believe in love, you know, and I really believe in us. So.
Is believing in love the same as believing in us? Because when somebody says, I believe in us, sometimes it feels like you're trying to force something that isn't there. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know obviously she wasn't trying to make like a connection between believing in love and believing in us, but there's a big difference between, you know, love and us, because really and truly, when you're in a situation with somebody who makes you happy, you don't really have to believe in love because you're in it. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you're not in a situation where you're not in love with someone, or the love is a struggle, that's when you're like, I believe in love though, it will still come to me. You see what I'm saying? And then this whole thing about believing in us, again, that's subjective, because sometimes it can be seen in a positive way or in a good way. Depends on the context of the conversation, right? But in the context of this conversation, there is no us between her and Igor. That is very, very evident. It seems to me as if she's the only one that's in the relationship emotionally, and he's the one in the relationship for whatever freaking benefits that he wants out of it. You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense.
Thank you for loving the red. I should have been in the Barbie movie. Who knows? Maybe I'll be in part 2. Only when he wanted. Never when I wanted. It's like one-sided. So it's not that he wasn't sexually attracted to me. I can't believe he said, my body reacts differently. My heart fell in love with her, but my body reacted differently. I was like, what? I can't. I can't. I first started this journey with reality TV on 90 Day. I saw so much hate on Facebook that it sent me to, hey, out of my closet, vicious, out. Hey, get out of my closet. Get out. No, come here. You want to say hi to my fans? Come here. So, when I started this journey, literally, I was just like, whoa. Like, it's a whole nother beast, reality TV. I was like, I guess this is what I signed up for. And sometimes I regret it. Sometimes I regret it, and then sometimes I think that maybe this is a door. This is a door. This is a door that opened for me, and that some people say to me, "Oh, you're forcing him. You're forcing him. My poor baby, honey. I have 15 years. 15 years. 15 years from 2007. Do you know what I mean? Like to 2021 December. Like, well. Well, so he had time, lots to process, and even getting back with me, I don't know. You know, I don't know how somebody could be invested into you 100% if they're screwing other people. I just don't know how they could be so invested into you.
I don't know how somebody can stay invested in someone 100% knowing that they'll screw other people. You see what I'm saying? So while she says it on his side, what about your side? You're the one that still stays with him regardless of that. You also got to look at yourself in the scenario and look at your life choices right now. You know what I mean? Come on now. it's easy to always be like, well, he did this or she did that, blah da 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 da. But the fact is, though, are you still sticking around with that person that had been doing these things to you? Mm-hmm.
Listen, even if Justin and I weren't to be together, he was with me a while back, came back to me 15 years later. And what makes you think he wouldn't want to come back to me or even think of me while he's with the next person if we weren't to be together? Huh? Come on. He said it. His heart is with me, so. His dick might be elsewhere, but he laughed in my face. Like, so
How can you tell me that his heart belonged to you, but his penis is thinking about being elsewhere? Make that make sense? Huh? Come on, like, listen, if a man wants to be with you, his heart and his pee-pee will be in the same place. If he doesn't want to be with you, well, then if he doesn't care about you, his pee-pee will be elsewhere and his heart is never for you. Point blank period. Trust me when I tell you. Come on now, don't mess about. The level of delusion here.
Disrespectful. So disrespectful. That I almost flipped the table with the water glass in his face. I can't believe I flew all the way out to Moldova to find my man that I thought he was my man and literally moved on with life. So if it wasn't for Igor at the time, I don't know how I would have handled that situation. So from that moment forward, we went bowling, we went out to eat, went to the mall, and just took me away from it. So I forgot about him. Wait, do I want to be famous much? I was already famous before the show. Thank you. Alone with my story, the $1 Million Barbie story, just on Facebook alone, from Hooked on the Look, got 28.6 million views. The women that are Team Igor are weak, submissive women with no backbone.
I mean, listen, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, really and truly. I mean, that is one hell of a statement there. Women that are Team Igor are literally submissive, blah, 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 blah. Maybe the women that are Team Igor see through the fact that this man isn't with you because he wants to be with you. I don't know, man. That's a very interesting comment, to be honest with you. I don't know if I agree with it, but I don't know if I disagree with it. You know what I mean? It has levels to it, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. But yeah, definitely let me know exactly what you guys are thinking down below in the comment section. As far as I'm concerned, you know, Nikki is one of the most delusional people that I've seen on 90 Day Fiance. And the fact that she believes that she's not is bizarre to me. I'm going to add it to the list along with Danielle. Danielle's also one of the most delusional people. One thing that they both have in common is that they speak so highly about relationships, or, you know, like how they should be treated or how things should be valued and, you know, who should be doing this and that. But in reality, they both still allow themselves to be in positions with men that literally take advantage of them and literally like make them into a laughing stock. They say a lot of things that they can't even preach. Make that make sense. It's a shame that these two wasn't on the same season, because I'd have been interested to see how that all went. And to be fair, we can throw Shakana in there as well. I think that'd been very interesting to see. I feel like Nikki should have been on the other way, to be honest with you. I really do. And let's be real, right now she's in Moldova anyway. So how she was on the flagship shop is quite interesting, to be fair. They should have really put Nikki and Igor on the other way. And I just feel like, you know, their story would have matched so much better with some of the stories that we saw on the other way. And therefore it would have made the tell-all very interesting, because there would have been a big comparison of each other's lives and judgment and whatnot. And honestly, seeing a tell-all with Nikki, Shekinah, Danielle, Holly, Kimberly, you know what I mean? Like all these women who have like these certain perspectives would have been so freaking interesting. And when I say certain perspectives, I mean the perspectives of where like they have this attitude of this is how I should be treated, but then they will be with people that don't treat them the way they want to be treated. It'd just be hella hypocritical. You know what I mean? And of course, it would have been interesting to see the dynamic of how each of the men would have responded to anything that they were asked on the tell, if you know what I mean. But yeah, just saying there'd have been so much more similarities, for sure, for sure. And I guess Andre being a part of the panel would have been interesting as well to see what his take would have been on the whole Justin situation, because obviously he's from Moldova as well. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Well, you guys let me know exactly what you're thinking down below. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.